Let's explore together the beauty and importance of this timeless tradition that holds a special place in many hearts around the world. Greetings, everyone. This is Carrie. We are doing our Wednesday Contemplation readings that I'm just really enjoying. I'm going to be working with the secrets of ancestors. I wanted to take a look at doing these specialty spreads, but for today, I think we're just going to see how it integrates with Soul Life Treasure Hunt first with that method. I think it will help me to get to know the deck and the deck to know me a little better as well. So I'm going to play with it in my way because these decks, while they are designed by their authors for specific purposes, I also know that the Soul Life Treasure Hunt method is universal. And so I call in our ancestors to help us with a message that will lift our hearts this week and to see and feel something that can shift for ourselves and the support that is around us 24/7 all the time. Even though sometimes we don't always feel like that's our truth, it is definitely our truth. We are coming from a long lineage and we do play out the karma that has come down from ages before. Some people say we have our past lives. I also feel that just our own lineage is encompassing our lives, and that is something that often we don't realize. We feel like it's all on us, and sometimes I have felt that anxiety, frustrations, the ways of being that my parents or grandparents and beyond have all impacted and are things I'm still working through, even though they're not mine particularly. It's almost like I cleaned up my own messes only to learn that I have another layer of things to clear out and clean up out of my own DNA. And so if you're ever feeling like, does this life ever just stop giving me more to grow from and churn through, just know that you're probably working on more than just your own stuff, especially if you've done quite a bit of work already on your own things. You faced your fears, you faced your shadows, you faced the embarrassing, the guilts, the blames and shames, the limiting beliefs, and whoa, it hits you again out of the blue and you're like, what is this? I thought we already dealt with this. Well, often it's because your ancestors are playing a role in your ability to help them resolve things that they put in place, the mistakes they made, the misunderstandings that have come through the ages that now we are shifting and we're growing into a new age. So now those things get released, put aside. They no longer are needful as they might have been at one point. So are you ready? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this great deck by Abiola Abrams. I hope I said that right. And it's Secrets of the Ancestors. So let's play. I've rolled the dice. So in the Soul Life method, I like to use dice because it offers, in my opinion, Spirit a chance to show me something that I'm not controlling. I like to let Spirit give me something to look at, and it's more fun too. So I'm not thinking in these negative ways, these pathways that are in my mind, the neural pathways, where I can leave it be something that I'm open to. We're going to look at our body and the body health, and if you listen to Monday's message, you know that I am loving anything to talk about health and helping me understand what's going on as I'm contending with another situation that I'm willing to look at and say, if I am creating this, I definitely want to know how to heal this. So we are looking right now. Here's our board, Soul Life Treasure Hunt, and I've already rolled the dice. So we're going to be in the body health area. We're going to be looking at protection. We're actually looking at protection of our vitality, our overall health and the body, the physical body, but really protection. I'm loving this. This is the ancestors wanting to talk about protection for our physical form. Let's see what they can bring us as wisdom. Whether or not you know your ancestors, they know you. Spirit was our first ancestor. I love that we can know this and be reminded. So let's see what our ancestors might be able to share with us about the protection of the body and our vitality. As we are going through quite a few times where things are feeling a little more stressful, perhaps, also things are somewhat uncertain. And that's always the case in life as we are in these various eras and we're shifting into new ways of being. Okay, I feel that card wanting to come through. The peacemaker, persistent patience. Oh, I love that. Is at the heart of the matter. So protection, the peacemaker, persistent patience. Card number 14, 1 being our own selves, 4 being that ability to have a very grounded foundation below us so that we can build upon it. 1 and 4 is 5. So no matter what craziness is going on outside of us, you can see there's a lot of energies, and yet she knows how to be the peacemaker. I will read more in the guidebook in a moment, but let's keep going. What are we harmonizing? What are some of the things that we can harmonize for ourselves? Balance, rebalance. Maybe we're a little off balance. There's the card. The shaman, trust the path. The peacemaker, the shaman. Remember 5. 5 means it can get crazy sometimes because when things are shifting, they can move in a lot of different ways. So I think of it like a balance board. You've got the 4 corners and you can have this corner, if you put your weight on it, you're going kind of diagonally. This corner, you're going the other way, and vice versa. But if you stand on the top and the middle of that balance board, you get to choose. And if you are squared on the board, you get to choose where you're shifting your weight. And if you're a little overweighted on one area, you can put more weight onto the other opposite side and bring yourself back to center so you feel strong, aligned, and ready to make a choice. We're going forward. We're going this way. We're going that way. We're going to play. We're going to enjoy the dance on this balance board. So you have like 5 points. The 4 corners, the point of you at the tip of that being able to make a decision which direction you're going. I'm seeing peacemaker as being the best point or perspective of what you're doing. Trusting the path. The shaman is talking about really listening to the wisdom of nature, ancestors, the discoveries, the cosmos, bringing it all together so that it's really part of the balance board that you are standing upon and knowing that you flow. Your life will always have flow to it. So we're going to keep going. What is something that we can know as our power, our personal power, that will answer the alignment? I love this. Root of air, explore. So, wow, 33 is a master number. 3 and 3 is 6. When you have the stories of the past that are creating the stories of the present, you are then able to teach and share that goodness. But these stories of what was and what is are really culminating right now. And we are calling in the peacemaker. So being persistent with your patience, knowing all you need to do is balance the wisdom that is all around you. Ooh, I love this. Okay, we are going to take a look at the guidebook because this is a completely new deck for me. I did the introduction when it first came in the subscription box. I knew I loved it, and there are many great spreads in there, but I feel like there's such personalized spreads that I am going to have to play with them a bit more before I feel like I can do general readings. I really feel like this deck right now for me is going to be a good deck for coaching and one-on-one soul path readings. If you ever need a soul path reading, reach out to me and I can share with you the information on how to acquire those. I'd like to take a look at is card number 14, the heart of the matter, the peacemaker. Remember we were talking about being flexible. There's persistence, persistent patience. And the idea is not to try to force anything. We're not at war with anyone or anything in our lives. It's going to all work out. No matter how you feel about current events, things in your life, make peace with the past, the present, and the future. Decide for yourselves that you can heal, harmonize, and create something far more expansive and joyful just by looking for the peace in the moment. That is centering yourself in a balanced way. So remain flexible. You are stronger than you think. Family healing is key with most issues of addiction or overindulgence. However, this is a journey you must first walk yourself. Write a letter to a personal area of your imbalance, the addiction, the overindulgence, and Claire, my life is aligned and I go with the flow. What a great message. The shadow aspect that this is touching on is you are too attached to a specific situation, a person, or event, and you are doing way too much. So distance yourself with grace. There is instability in your energetic vibration. Wow, this is really awesome. Just this morning I was doing today's reading on the solar transits in human design. Today specifically is about accountability. And then tomorrow is going to be about the adventure. Do you see the adventure of life, of your life? Even though things don't always go really well, it's like climbing a mountain, and you're intending to climb this mountain because you know there's a great vista at the top of it, and you also know that it gets grueling sometimes. There's some tough areas, some places where you feel like you're backsliding a little bit because the slope is so steep and you have to really hang in there and just keep pushing, being persistent, being patient. It's hard. That's okay. Be persistent. It's fine. There's glory and a reward over on the other side of this slope. Keep going, keep growing, keep climbing. Don't give up because you'll lose out on the victory of the vista, the self-actualization, the knowing that you can do something that's hard and yet it's worth it. So trusting yourself and being patient is so important right now for all of us. All right. The next one, we were talking about the shaman, is something that we're balancing. Let's take a look at what the guidebook talks about. Setbacks are part of your growth, and you're trying to figure out what to do. The answer is do the right thing. You are way more than the present moment. There is a spiritual solution for every challenge, and you have a need for the very structures and guidance you usually run away from. So again, if you're addicted to something, you have old past habits that are not really benefiting you, being patient about that with yourself, but dance with it in the way that a shaman would look at it as something that we can creatively find a solution to. That's the one thing I love about my spiritual journey. Now that I'm on the other side of so many of my earlier years and eras, I come through enough times over and over where what looked like a disaster actually created more determination in myself, created more patience with myself and others, to find who I was and who I wasn't. So there's so much more about what you're going through that if you can really embrace it, it's amazing how you can find the way to honor it all. So let's honor the wisdom of our shamans. So trust the path. Trust that what you're on is actually kind of an adventure. And what I think is interesting as well is with the help of your ancestors, you are in a great position to also create something that is a resolution that no one else has ever come up with. There's a cry for an invention or a new way of doing things that you can actually find as being more and more your own wisdom, your own ability to find a unique solution that only you can do because you're the one that is living the truth, the experience, and inventions happen like that all the time. Somebody wishes that, wouldn't it be nice if I could just fly like a bird? Well, now we have airplanes. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could can our food and have it last for the winter time and not lose it after fall? What would it be like if we could find ways to help babies survive, or we could honor new ways helping families get through their psychological traumas? So there's so many inventions, so many ways that people have brought about great wisdom, and that's helped us all in this current era where we have awesome information, great teachers, and we are better for it. Root of air is something that is our personal power. Here we go. Let's explore what that means in the guidebook. Root of air. You are feeling ready for adventure. Where will your curiosity lead you? If you were on an adventure, like a role-playing game, and you knew there were monsters out there, things that were going to try to hold you back from your treasures, what would that be like if you knew that with rolls of dice you could power yourself, which is essentially what we do with our thoughts and beliefs. We are awesome in our ability to shift our perspective and empower ourselves, heal ourselves, find new solutions, be able to see life more from the adventurous side. So let's take a look a little more at the card. I see wonderful symbols of power and making your stance, staying the course, staying strong, and saying, line in the sand is here. You're not going to get past me. I will not allow anything that I need to protect to be thwarted. We were talking the peacemaker, persistent patience, root of air, exploring ways to bring peace to the world by saying no more excuses, no more I'll let you fill in the blank. What in your life is trying to thwart your sense of peace? Here we go. And air is very much about your mind and the swords. Right now, you are the center of attention. Traditionally, this has been a somewhat scary place to be, and you may even be having the stirrings of a sexual awakening. That's interesting. Okay. But yes, you are curious, but are you asking the right question? Kra is an Obasum deity aligned with the soul. Kra means soul. The energy of the okra plant spirit is slippery. This makes it a yummy dish and perfect for spiritual cleansing and slipping away from the undesirable situations. But the slipperiness is still not a desired trait for humans. The shadow aspect might be your energy is unfocused and disorganized, and you are all talk but not really moving forward with anything. So the declaration is, I am willing and open to learn and grow. So I am willing and open to learn and grow, to explore what my ancestors have learned about the path that we all walk, the nature of things, the cosmos that we swim in, and the design that we are specifically given to be a part of and to collaborate with one another and the whole universe to make things expand and solve the challenges that we all face. And with patience, make peace with it all, dance with it. Know that it's just fine, that it's actually supposed to be somewhat of a soul adventure with lots of fun in the end. Because when you call it in peace, there is something about joy at the heart of all that matters in our lives. Peace is that center, like a tipping point at the top, at the tip, like a roof. And you were at the tip of this. You were the decision maker who could look down and see, how can I make peace with this today? How can I find the solution that I need to work with the universe in my highest and best design, the way I'm supposed to be a part of. Some people will be shamans and healers and wisdom guides. Some people will be making the food and protecting the community, and finding that in ourselves, how we find our spot, our place where we know who we are and know our power, is going to take some exploration, and it's going to take trying things out to find it out and then to dance with it. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you today. I'm loving the reading. A lot of times I will take a look. Ooh, the shadow. The shadow card for us is Father God. Card 43, Radical Truth. There is radical truth coming through. Can you make peace with what is, so we can really explore and make more divine connections with the universe? Trust the truth, trust the path toward radical truth. That's the undercurrent. That is what we're all resting upon, is how it was all designed to be anyway. So your life has meaning, your life has purpose. Your ancestors are here to help you. And I just thank the ancestors for coming in and helping us with this. And may you all be blessed with your wisdom givers, your ancestors, as you spend time in your journaling today to tap into where are your strengths? What are you exploring? What can you make peace with? Till next time, thank you. Have a great day.